if you have a milkshake, and I have a milkshake, and I have a straw, there it is. That's a straw, you see. Watching. And my straw reaches across the room and starts to drink your milkshake. I drink your milkshake. I drink it up!
Hey everybody, I'm Jay Bullington.
And I'm Keith Carcino, and we want to know,
Have you seen this one?
Yeah, Halloween was a blast, y'all. We had such a good time.
As it always is.
My friend Kelly, Kelly, who's been here on the show many times.
Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly Arnold. She came to visit, and she was Sally O'Malley. She can kick and stretch and kick. She's 50. And I was the cowbell guy. So we were all, it was so funny.
Cowbell.
None of the kids knew what we were, but all the parents were like,
All
"Oh
right.
my God."
That's their generation, sure.
So here we are, episode 214 of HYSTO. I'm Jay Bullington, and
I'm Keith Carcino.
And we are thrilled to have our good buddy Knives Monroe with us today. Yes, Knives,
How you guys
welcome.
doing? Oh, I'm so happy to be here. This is great. We're talking about I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but my favorite movie of
your
all
favorite
time.
movie of all time. That's all. That's all. Now, dude, I knew when we did this movie, you had to be here. You had to be here for this one.
Well, and I was telling Jay too a few episodes back. I was like, you know what, man, we're missing Knives. We haven't had Knives on in a while.
He truly did.
I really was like, for some reason, your name just was stuck in my head. I was like, we got to get him back on the show.
Where's Knives? I'm like,
it's been too long.
And I'm like, I know what movie will get him on here.
Perfect.
Do you remember the last time? Was it Citizen Kane? Was that the
I
last
think it was
time?
Citizen Kane. I think it was
Citizen Kane? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that all the classic ones, man. You're right there for the classic ones. It's so cool. Okay, so like we always do, let's talk about what's entertaining us lately. Knives, what's been entertaining you lately?
So I just saw a movie 2 nights ago by Sean Baker called Honora. Have you guys seen it yet?
Honora,
no. But dude, I've been hearing so many good things about this movie. What did you think?
I will say this. I didn't get it. And I love Sean Baker as a director. The Florida Project completely ruined me when I watched that.
Oh God, yeah.
And I just saw his first movie. I saw his
hurt.
first movie on Criterion Channel called Takeout. That was also devastating. So I didn't get this movie, but 24 hours later, I'm having a conversation with my wife, and she unlocks it for me. And I don't want to give it away, but
I hear it's very much a female viewpoint.
And that's probably why I didn't get it.
Yeah.
So she unlocked it for me, and then it just elevated the movie to like another stratosphere.
Interesting.
Fantastic.
I love when that happens.
Fantastic.
A lot of times our discussions on this show do the exact same thing for me. And we're like,
absolutely
did not feel it. And then we talk about like, oh, I can appreciate it from a completely different perspective. That's great.
You got to be able to have an open mind, keep an open mind. And I'm very flexible and malleable. I want to change my mind. Like that's just where I come from.
I want to be swayed.
I want to be swayed. Sway me.
I like that. We don't have enough
sway me, baby.
None of people in the world like that. So many people are like, "This is my ideas. This is what I'm thinking. I'm closed-minded. You should conform to the way that I think." We need more people that are more open-minded to be able to accept different perspectives, and that's important to be.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm usually that asshole that's like, I'm right, and I'm going to prove it to you. But
I don't see you that way, but okay, whatever you say.
Sometimes, we can get into this on another time, but I believe, and I've just come to this conclusion recently, and once again, I could be swayed, but I believe art is objective.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
How does it affect you? How do you interpret this?
Yeah.
And real artists will say, I'm not going to tell you what to think. You tell me what you're thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Because they want to see how it's affecting you, not they're not trying to my favorite artists are not trying to control me. They're trying to let me interpret things the way I want to see them. You know?
Yes. I'm very fortunate that, when I screened my first feature film and at a sold out theater in South Texas, it occurred to me in the middle of watching it with this crowd, oh crap, I I didn't make one movie. I made 400 different movies.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Every
That's
every single
special.
person is seeing a different movie.
Interpreted
Every
a different
single person
way.
there is seeing a different movie. Yeah.
That's cool.
And
Absolutely,
another
man.
film I watched, I saw it at this theater. It was in Round Rock, Texas. It was called The Brew House. I'd never been there before. It's kind of like a draft
I've heard
house.
of it.
Yeah,
I've heard of
and we
it.
saw the 20th anniversary of Shaun of the Dead, which is my daughter's favorite movie.
Yes!
Legendary movie.
That was
Classic.
delightful. And finally, last thing I'll say, 'cause it's been about a week, I watched M. Night Shyamalan's Trap on HBO Max.
What'd you think
of that? Yeah.
What'd you think?
Yeah.
Because I've heard very different things, opinions about this. What
have you guys seen it?
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Jay, what did you think? Tell me what you thought.
I had fun, actually. I thought it was kind of fun. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I had fun.
It's not like, incredibly moving. It was just a fun movie. It was like, and you know this guy's bad. Josh Hartnett. A couple of friends of mine said that he was not evil enough for them. That I don't buy him as the bad guy. And I'm like, that's the guy you don't suspect, though.
That's the beauty of
that's
it.
the guy that you don't suspect is the bad guy. You know,
They want you to think
and he's there with his daughter, and also. Wasn't that M. Night Shyamalan's daughter that was the star of the movie?
The pop star.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
I gotta say, she really rocked it, man. She did a great job in that part.
She did a great job. I believe that's her debut on a
I think
film,
so.
right?
I think so.
And
Yeah, I thought she
knocked
was
it out.
wonderful. I thought she was wonderful.
It
I
was,
enjoyed it. It's not
I
his
did enjoy
best, but I enjoyed it.
What is his best?
That's a good question.
I
Maybe
rewatched the Sixth Sense recently.
I was gonna say, I think the Sixth Sense might be his
number
best.
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think it's because of the acting.
yes, Haley Joel Osment, like is
that was
that guy.
great.
To see a kid perform like that and pull it off so
Shows so
beautifully,
much emotion.
it's really amazing. Some of the best actors in the world are kid actors. I swear to God. They blow my mind sometimes, like The Conjuring and all this stuff, that these kids are like, wow, these kids are really pulling it off. They're really believing what they're doing.
They're doing an impossible task. I don't know how they pull it off.
I don't know how they do it. Well, you know what? They let themselves go.
Yeah.
There's no inhibitions. They just dive into it and let it come out. Those emotions come out and stuff. And it's impressive to me. It really is. Anyway,
effortless.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Keith, what's been entertaining you?
Well, this is as a sports enthusiast, this is a fun time of the year because there were so many sports.
What sports?
Happening at the same time. There was basketball, football, baseball, soccer, tennis, golf.
I thought there were seasons for this shit. I thought there were seasons for this stuff.
That's my point, is that we're at a time in the year where like the end of one sports season, it coincides with the beginning of another.
It's all about money anyway, but
take my money. I love that kind of shit. I love it. So just finished watching the World Series of baseball. The Dodgers took the Yankees in 5 games.
Oh, did they win? Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, it was nice. But anyway, so I've been watching some sports. There is one, in the spirit of Halloween, I did watch a scary movie. I think it's one you've seen, Jay. This is the new Terrifier 3. Did you end up watching
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it
I
yet.
haven't watched it yet. I know it's
Okay.
Christmas themed, so I'm like, I'll wait till after Halloween to watch that.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet, but I love the first two. I love those Terrifier movies.
If you like the first two, you're gonna like this one too. I even think
if you like gore, you're gonna like Terrifier.
If you like gore, right? And I do not recommend this to anyone who is a little squeamish when it comes to blood and guts, because this one is
no. They go there.
The top,
they go there.
Man. Over the top, if anything.
Yeah.
But the
Which is
overall
fun.
plot itself, I think it's lacking in each of the Terrifier movies, in my opinion. But the star of the show is Art the Clown, and and his kill scenes, his diabolical.
That's what it's about.
And there's some really funny, good humorous parts to this movie too that I really like. So if you liked any of the first few Terrifiers, you'll love this one too. It's no exception.
I might be watching that this afternoon. Actually, might be pulling up.
All
yeah,
right. Yeah. Pull out some popcorn.
Yeah,
Enjoy
yeah,
it.
absolutely.
How about you, Jay? It's been
Oh man,
entertaining you?
okay. On Hulu, there is a series. It's a Ryan Murphy, Ryan Murphy, famous TV producer.
Oh yeah. Glee.
Grotesquerie. Y'all heard of
Grotesquerie?
Grotesquerie, like
I
grotesque.
just saw the thumbnail on Hulu, and it really piqued my interest.
Oh my God. Niecy Nash, who was, became famous as a comedian, like a comedian actress, but recently won an Emmy when she was on the Jeffrey Dahmer series.
Uh-huh.
I swear to God, she's going to win another Emmy for this. This show has so many twists and turns. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what's going to happen next.
Fun. Okay.
It was so much fun. And watching the end of it, I was like, what the F? I mean, it really blew my mind. It really blew my mind. On Paramount Plus, there's a movie called Apartment 7A. And it is totally in the Rosemary's Baby realm of movies. In fact, it even says, the poster says, Rosemary's Baby was not the first.
Okay. Okay.
It was really, really dark, but also it's like, I got such vibes about Rosemary's Baby when I saw the poster. I'm like, of course, yeah, this is like Rosemary's Baby Part 2, basically. It was like, Also, Kelly, our good friend Kelly Arnold, who's a good friend of the podcast, she came to visit me for Halloween. Oh my God, we had so much fun. We had such a blast. She and I went to the Alamo when she was here to see The Substance.
Yeah. This is
Dying
on the
to see
top
it.
of my
Demi
list.
Moore
man.
and Margaret Qualley. Okay.
I've heard some good things.
I'm telling you, we were in love with it until the last like 30 minutes, and
really?
and then we couldn't stop laughing. It was like, what the fuck is going on now?
Oh, really? In a good way, or is like,
no, not really.
Oh, okay.
But the rest of it we loved. I love the message it's sending about how women are expected to keep up this youth, all through till they're old. They're supposed to look like they're 20 all their life. It's like this bullshit,
Right.
We just couldn't stop laughing. It's like, is this real? Do y'all know the movie Knives? You know the movie Society?
No, I've never heard of it.
Okay, it's a horror movie from the 80s, and it's very much a physical horror, like a body horror film, especially the end. And the end of it is nuts. This reminded me of that.
May I ask a question? Is
yeah.
Margaret Qualley and Demi Moore, do they play the same character?
Yes.
Okay, that's what
they are one person.
So the
they are one
substance
person.
is like what Demi Moore like injects into her, and she transforms into the younger version, Margaret Qualley.
No, she doesn't transform. The young version of her comes out of her body.
Oh.
Wait, so they coexist at the same time?
Yes. But one is asleep for 7 days, the other one's awake, and then boom, that one goes to sleep for 7 days, and the other one's awake for 7 days.
Oh,
okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It was a trip and a half, y'all. It really, I'm telling you. And we both really agreed. We both agreed that it was great until that last 30 minutes. And they were like, okay, now I can't buy this. It's like, it went too far. It went too far.
30 minutes is a significant part of the
well,
movie.
it's not a short movie.
Yeah,
not a short movie, but yeah, but we really enjoyed. We're glad we saw it. Both of us said we're glad we saw it. We really liked it. But we would have changed. We both had the same idea for the ending. I'm not going to give it away right now, but we both had the same idea that we thought would be a better ending.
A better ending. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, it would cut some like 20 or 25 minutes off the movie, which
you can say that about most movies over 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Although this one we're about to talk about might be an exception, honestly.
I know, because this movie is like 2.5 hours, but I never get bored watching this movie.
Dude,
I never get bored watching this movie.
Went quick.
Okay, so let's talk about our movie. The movie is There Will Be Blood from 2007, directed by Paul Anderson and starring the incredible Daniel Day-Lewis, and Paul Dano also does a great job. Let's listen to the trailer.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've traveled over half our state to be here tonight. I couldn't get away sooner because my new well was coming in at Coyote Hills and I had to see about it. Ladies and gentlemen, if I say I'm an oil man, you will agree. I'm a family man. I run a family business. This is my son and my partner, HW Plainview.
You boys are a regular family business.
Now, you have a great chance here.
My son is a healer and a vessel for the Holy Spirit. He has a church.
You will be cast up and thrust back to perdition.
I'm fixed like no other company in this field. I have a string of tools ready to put to work. That's why I can guarantee to start drilling and to put up the cash to back my word. I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what the others promise to do, when it comes to the showdown, they won't be there.
There's a whole ocean of oil under our feet. No one can get at it except for me.
We'll offer $150,000 for full title.
When do we get our money, Daniel?
I look at people and I see nothing worth liking.
you, please?
I see the worst in people.
We have a sinner with us. Get out of here, devil!
I have a competition in me. I want no one else to succeed.
The movie is There Will Be Blood from 2007, directed by Paul Anderson, starring Daniel Day-Lewis, who won an Oscar for this.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully so. Paul Dano as the preacher. And Paul F. Tompkins is in this. And Knives, I don't know, Paul F. Tompkins was Mr. Peanut Butter on BoJack Horseman.
My favorite show, my favorite movie.
I know that's your favorite show, yeah.
It's meant to be.
So, quick summary, a story of family, religion, hatred, oil, and madness, focusing on a turn-of-the-century prospector in the early days of the business. This was loosely based on a 1927 novel called Oil, ! Oil, by Upton Sinclair. So a pretty well-known novel. Excuse me. So it starts in 1898. Daniel Day-Lewis plays Daniel Plainview. He plays Daniel. He finds silver while prospecting in New Mexico, but he breaks his leg. So he drags himself out of the pit. He takes a sample to an assay office, and he gets a silver and gold claim. Then in 1902, he discovers oil in California. Okay, we're just getting into the beginning of this. Knives, did you see this when it came out?
I did want to talk about this. So unfortunately, I did not see it in theater when it came out, but I remember the promotional materials were very, they hooked me. By then, at this time, 2007, I am an aspiring filmmaker. I hadn't made a movie yet, but I was going to college to acquiesce for like this girlfriend that I had at the time who didn't believe in my dream. She wanted me to go down the straight and narrow path of going to college. And I rented this movie and I pop it into the VHS player. It wasn't even on DVD. And I thought I'll watch the first half and then I'll go to class and then I'll come back and finish it. I never went back.
You didn't go to class, did you?
I never went.
Didn't go back to any class.
I dropped out of college.
Wow.
I never went
So
back.
this movie inspired you to go follow your dream, basically.
It was like my second coming to Jesus moment. The first one being Kill Bill in 2004, where I was like, oh, this is what I am. And There Will Be Blood, lightning struck twice, and I realized, oh my God, I'm wasting my life. This is what I want
to do. Dude, that's so cool.
Light.
That is so awesome.
And I watched There Will Be Blood 3 times that day, back to back.
Oh,
that one day? Wow.
That one day, back to back.
Wow.
Back to back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's commitment.
What about you guys? Jay, obviously you saw this movie. Keith, this is your first time having
my
seen
very
it.
first time.
Yeah,
I'm a virgin when it comes
In fact,
to this.
I don't think he even knew about this movie.
I did know. I've heard of it, and it's my brother's and his son's, my nephew's favorite movie of all time as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so
I
I
didn't
knew
know that.
was. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it from that, but that's all that I knew. I didn't know what the story is about. I know there's going to be blood, right? There's going to be blood in this movie, but not the kind of blood that we would be expecting. I know.
No.
There's a lot going on in this movie. I gotta say.
There is a lot going on in this
good
movie.
stuff.
And I'll say Daniel Day-Lewis plays one of the scariest villains in a movie ever. And yet he's not the one I hate.
Right. He's still kind of likable in a way. I don't know.
I really hate Paul Dano's character, the preacher. He's just so full of himself. He's so
it's creepy.
I just don't like him. You know, it's so. This movie
he's
has me
also greedy.
all over the place.
He's also greedy too.
Oh yeah.
You know?
And
he
once
hides behind
that scene where he's
religion.
like, that scene where he's like, oh, and then I want you to announce me and introduce me to everyone. And I love how he just totally does not do it. He just totally like, no.
I thought that
you don't
he
get
would
any
react,
attention.
I thought he would react differently. I thought that he'd like blow up in front of everyone publicly, but he kept it kind of cool. I was expecting him to do this a little more
because his image can't. He can't have that.
Right,
yeah, he can't. He can't fuck up his image with these people.
I like though how he was snubbed too. Though
I loved. This is one of those movies where you're rooting for the bad guy. You know.
Kind of. Yeah. That's okay.
So I have watched this movie more than I've watched any other movie, probably, and this is no exaggeration, anywhere between 130 to 150 times. I mean,
I believe
you lose
you.
count. You lose count.
130 to 150.
Yeah.
At least. At least it's one of those I can watch it 2-3 times in a day. I don't know. I'm just a psycho.
Oh my god!
And I will say that Jay, when you talked about Daniel in a hole and prospecting for silver, and he breaks his leg. It's really easy to, not that you did this on purpose, but it's really easy to gloss over that when you're when you're discussing this movie, but he is in a 20-foot hole, drags himself out of a hole, presumably crawls to the nearest town, which is probably a couple miles away.
Oh my gosh,
crawls on the ground.
That's right. He's committed.
In the first 20 minutes of the movie, there's no dialogue.
No,
either.
There's none.
So I just think that's worth highlighting because
that's a really good point.
It's really bold.
Well, and still though, you're still captivated. You can't draw your eyes away from it because there's a lot going on with very little being said, and that's pretty powerful.
It's very powerful. It's so visual. It's so visual.
We can't talk about this. Oh, go ahead, please.
I was gonna say the music from the very beginning, like they were artful in the way that they decided to use music in different ways, because it really did elevate the mood in many different ways.
Yeah.
I thought was phenomenal in that sense alone. Yeah, loved it.
This movie's a piece of art. I mean, it really is. So in 1898, he finds silver, like we said, and he breaks his leg. Then he discovers oil in California. So following the death of a worker in an accident, Daniel adopts the man's orphan son, HW. So we immediately, he just adopts this kid as his own.
What a nice guy. I mean, yeah. What a guy. So selfless.
The boy becomes his partner, allowing Daniel to present himself. Oh, I'm a family man. I'm a family guy, which makes it very good for his image in front of people, 1911, Daniel is approached by Paul Sunday, a young man who tells him of an oil deposit in Little Boston. Daniel visits the Sunday's property in Little Boston and meets Paul's identical twin, brother Eli, a preacher. Eli is one of the most, what's the word I'm looking for? One of the most unattractive, I don't mean his looks, I just mean his personality. One of the most unattractive pieces of shit I've ever seen in a film.
Well, why do you think that is? I mean,
he is
I don't disagree.
so narcissistic. Everything's about I need to be praised for what I'm doing, and I want all the attention. I want all, and he really thinks that he's just, he thinks he's something else.
There's like this church and state sort of theme in the movie where there's capitalism, the industrial, stage here, and then there's also the religious, uprising as well. They're both very, and Paul or Eli and Daniel, the characters, are both very ambitious, and they both want to win at their game, right? So I would say that Daniel is just as diabolical as Eli is, but Eli just doesn't conceal it at all.
No, that's it. And Eli is so full of himself.
He hides behind the mask of religion, so others don't see it. Yeah.
Makes me think of some people that are around today. Anyway.
Right. Yep. Name a few names.
I'm not going to name names, but there's a certain church in Houston that I think of when I think of him. And that guy is all over TV and everything. It's like, anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Okay, so Daniel attempts to purchase the farm from the Sundays at a bargain price under the ruse of using it to just hunt quail. We just want to hunt quail. It's not about oil, But his motives are questioned by Eli, who knows the land has oil. So Eli demands $10,000 for the church. Okay.
It's probably, I imagine that's a lot of money back then,
Oh, yeah. Back then, think about it, $10,000. That's probably like a million now,
probably $1 million or so, yeah.
So an agreement is made, and Daniel acquires all the available land in and around the Sunday property, save for one holdout, William Bandy. William Bandy is holding out. So after Daniel reneges on an agreement to let Eli bless the well before drilling begins, I love that. I love that scene where Eli's like, and now you will introduce me and say this, and you will say this, and you will say this. And Daniel's like, I'm not doing any of that.
well, he's like, yeah, okay, no problem. Got it. Great. Agreed.
But then we have this horrible accident that kills a worker, and there's a gas blowout, which completely deafens HW. He can't hear anymore. It blows out his ears.
We really get to see Daniel's character in this too, when he goes to check on his son, but then you can tell he's much more interested in the profit.
He's much more worried about the other stuff. Much more worried about the other stuff.
Neglects his son's health. That was hard to see.
So when Eli publicly demands the money still owed to him, Daniel beats him. And at the dinner table that night, I know, I was like, what?
So
And
dare you ask for
that's
the
nothing compared to
$5,000.
later. Nothing compared to later.
Right.
At the dinner table that night, Eli attacks and berates his father for having trusted Daniel. He's like, "Why did you trust this asshole?" It's like, well, So then a man arrives at Daniel's doorstep claiming to be his half brother, Henry. Later that night, HW sets fire to the house, trying to kill Henry. These people are insane.
Okay. I wasn't sure exactly what the purpose of that was. Was it? I thought he was trying to kill his dad. Maybe he had something against his dad. I didn't realize he was
I'm not sure.
targeting his Henry. But okay.
So at this point, what side are y'all on?
Oh man, it's like that's a tough question because it's like I've evolved. It's almost been 20 years since this picture came out, and I've evolved so many times and have changed my view so many times with this movie. And that's the thing. I pick up a new thing every time I watch this picture, which is probably why I go back to it.
Yeah.
In that moment, gosh, as of today, I feel like I have so much, even though he's scum, I have so much empathy for Daniel's character.
Yeah.
Because in this moment,
same here.
His ambition.
He really just wants. He really does want what money can't buy, which is family. I think he's a very lonely guy.
I think we see that.
He's
at the
very
end
lonely.
too.
See, Knives. I totally see that also. This guy is lonely.
But his process and the way that he goes about getting it, though,
he doesn't know any better.
It's not lasting. That's right. He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't know any better.
At this moment in the film, HW is his son. That is his young boy, and I think he loves his boy.
Right.
But setting fire to a house, that's a problem. And who's to say that's not going to happen again, right? So he has to do something about that.
Yeah. For me, from my perspective, I'm a selfish viewer that wants to see chaos ensue. So I'm hoping the more crazy stuff that happens, outlandish things, and I have to say the movie does not disappoint. It continues to build on that, and I love it. So I'm all in here. I'm really enjoying it so far.
Something I want to highlight when the oil rig blows up. And that set piece is just absolutely like, I don't know how they filmed it. I don't know how you fake something. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, right.
I want to say that at the time when There Will Be Blood was filming, No Country for Old Men was being filmed at the same time.
Yes, I was going to say that. Yes.
Is that right? Is that right?
And this fucked up their film shots. The smoke fucked up all their film shots. They were in Marfa.
Really?
Keith, they were in Marfa.
This is in Texas. Okay.
They're in Texas. They're in Marfa, Texas.
Cool. Okay.
And this movie fucked up No Country for Old Men's camera shots because the smoke from the fire was ruining all the shots.
And another great movie in its own right, man.
Oh yeah,
and that came out in the same year.
Yeah,
is that right?
In fact, that's the movie that got Best Picture that year, the Oscars.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
And they were both nominated.
That's a coin flip. That could have went either way.
Yeah, really.
It could have gone either way. They're both really good movies.
Right.
Yeah,
it's a shame
both
they
really
came
good.
out the same year, right?
But it's so funny they're filming at the same time.
Keith mentioned the score, which is an original score by Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead. And this
really?
Oh yeah. So this was, I believe, Johnny Greenwood's first movie score. He had never done that before.
Okay.
And the music that plays during where the oil derrick is on fire, just the dum 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 dum. That music, I can't think of any other track in film
Psycho.
That. Or Jaws.
Makes it think of Psycho, man. It's like or Jaws. It's like
the
boom,
feeling
just,
and the moment.
Yeah,
it's
just absolutely exhilarating.
It's perfect. Yeah.
So Daniel sends HW to a school for the deaf in San Francisco. Standard Oil offers to buy out Daniel's local interests, but Daniel refuses and strikes a deal with Union Oil to build a pipeline. However, Bandy's ranch remains an impediment. It is not easy. Daniel becomes suspicious of Henry after he fails to recognize a joke. He's like, you're not really who you're saying you are. So Henry, quote Henry, confesses, no, I was a friend of the real Henry who died of tuberculosis. I'm not really Henry. And then he impersonated Henry in the hope that Daniel could just give him a job.
Hey, so that was his only really want, his only desire was just to get a job. I thought he was like a leech trying to get into his money and stuff. But
I think there's
maybe
a little more
eventually
there,
when I got there. Okay, possibly.
Well, an enraged Daniel murders him and buries his body. He just kills him. Boom, he's gone.
Is that not a little intense? You can't just banish him from the camp. You know,
I know you have to kill him and bury him. Okay,
I thought that was a bit excessive, but okay.
So the next morning, Daniel is awakened by Bandy, who knows of Daniel's crime, and he wants him to publicly repent in Eli's church in exchange for an easement to run his pipeline across the ranch.
I love this kind of stuff, man. It's so awkward. It's so
and then Daniel gets baptized. That whole baptism scene is like he's just faking this to
of course.
So Eli humiliates Daniel and coerces him into confessing that he abandoned his child. Later, while the pipeline is being built, HW reunites with Daniel and Eli becomes a missionary.
I can see too that part of his reasoning for like embarrassing him was like a way of getting back at the way that he publicly embarrassed him earlier in the movie. I'm thinking he's got this vendetta. He's really ready to get back at him at, I think.
Well, and then we're up to 1927, and HW marries Paul and Eli's sister Mary. Daniel, now extremely wealthy but an alcoholic, lives alone in a large mansion. So he's not happy. He's successful but not happy. HW asks his father to dissolve their partnership so he can move to Mexico, start his own drilling company. And Daniel's like, "You're going to be my competitor now, you MFer, you know."
He should have waited until a time when he wasn't drunk to bring this up. I don't know. It felt like,
and then also he disowns him.
There wasn't a time for that.
He completely disowns him and lets him know, "You're not my son. You know that. You're not really my son." He just he's just an asshole. Yeah. So HW finally leaves, saying, you know what? I'm glad I'm not related to you. I'm glad that you're not my father." Yeah, that was a perfect response. So Eli, now a radio preacher. Oh God, Eli is the most annoying character in this movie. He just makes me want to puke. He makes me want to puke. He's just, which is why the ending is so satisfying. So he visits drunken Daniel in the bowling alley in his mansion, and this is the big milkshake scene that comes up.
The milkshake scene.
The milkshake scene. With Little Boston suffering in the Great Depression, Eli asked Daniel to partner with the church in drilling Bandy's property, and Daniel agrees on the condition that you have to denounce your faith and admit that you're a fake.
How manipulative of him too, because we find out.
Oh yeah.
Keep going. Yeah.
And then Eli does it. Because he's
desperate.
He's a desperate, cheap shithead. And Daniel's like, "Guess what? I already drained all the oil off this property. It's gone.
Sucker.
It's gone, sucker."
Jeez.
And he taunts him. He's like, "Yeah." Then he chases him around that. Oh my God, that scene in the bowling alley is just like, whoa. That to me, that scene that is the culmination of everything in this film. That scene at the end where he attacks him with the bowling pin, bludgeons him to death with one, and then the butler comes in and is like, "Do you need any help?" And Daniel just says, "I'm finished."
I'm finished.
The end.
Yeah. That's how it ends. I'm finished. I like it. I'm finished. Almost like I'm done. Like, everything is over.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I have nothing to look for anymore.
A little background there's a lot of background stuff, but I just got 3 little notes here. Every Wednesday night during editing, Paul Thomas Anderson and the company would have just steak and straight vodka for dinner to keep in the same mind frame as Daniel Plainview. It's like steak and vodka. We're just thinking, protein and alcohol. Paul Thomas Anderson told Entertainment Weekly magazine that the fake oil used throughout the movie included the stuff they put in chocolate milkshakes at McDonald's.
Oh, what?
I thought that was interesting.
It came out like black, like tar. Okay, wow.
Yeah, right. Okay,
I'm never drinking chocolate milk again.
Sir Daniel Day-Lewis. He is a sir. He improvised the speech he gives to the citizens of Little Boston about building schools and bringing bread to the town and stuff. He improvised the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty impressive.
That was done well. Very articulate.
Man, okay. Critics. Andrew Saris called the film an impressive achievement in its confident expertness in rendering the simulated realities of a bygone time and place, largely with an inspired use of regional amateur actors and extras with all the right moves and sounds. He really did use a lot of local people that were not really actors, but just he knew they would fit into the scene, and it really works. It really works. Esquire plays Daniel Day-Lewis's performance. I mean, what a incredible performance. What's most fun, albeit in a frightening way, is watching the Greedmeister become more and more unhinged as he locks horns with Eli Sunday. Both Anderson and Day-Lewis go for broke, but it's a pleasure to be reminded, if only once every 4 years, that subtlety can be overrated. And finally, good old Roger Ebert. He gave it 3.5 out of 4 stars and said, There Will Be Blood is the kind of film that is easily called great. I'm not sure of its greatness. It was filmed in the same area of Texas used by No Country for Old Men, and that is a great film and a perfect one. But There Will Be Blood is not perfect, and it's in its imperfections, we may see its reach exceeding its grasp. Knives, what do you think of that?
Roger, oh my God.
Yeah,
This is what the kids on TikTok would say, a very uncommon L for Roger Ebert.
Yeah,
which means this is an L take for me. Roger, I don't know if he got Paul Thomas Anderson, because the follow-up to this movie was a movie called The Master, which Roger didn't get either.
Yeah,
I remember because I didn't
always agree with him. A lot of times I did, but not always.
He was probably the best to ever do film criticism, right? Arguably
one of the best. Best.
I think if he was still with us, I think he would have appreciated this movie and put it up there as one of the best of that decade.
I think if he had gone back to it years later and looked at it again, he would have felt differently.
Absolutely. This movie evolves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it
really does.
To compare it to another great movie that just happened to be filmed at the same time, same place.
At the same time and the same year. Yeah.
I don't think that's fair to this movie. Yeah.
There Will Be Blood for me is like the Rosetta Stone for filmmaking. I think you can learn everything that you need to know about filmmaking and movie making just by watching this movie again and again and again. It's very much like Citizen Kane in that way.
Yeah, I totally agree, Knives. I totally agree. The scores, IMDb 8.2.
That is like a 10 out of 10.
That's a high score for IMDb.
Yeah.
Tomato meter, 91%.
Okay.
And the popcorn meter, that's the audience, 86%. So I'm still a man of the critics, but still, it's still pretty high. Pretty high.
Around.
So, Knives, I don't even have to ask you. I know you recommend this movie. Keith, would you recommend this movie?
You don't even have to ask me either, man. This was one of the better movies I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, I knew you'd like it, man.
The first thing I looked at was one, where to find it so I could watch it. Number 2 was how long it's going to be. As soon as I saw that's 2 hours and 38 minutes long, I was like, oh, God, here we go.
Oh, shit,
but
here we go.
It was the fastest 2.5 hours I've ever had in my life. It just
excellent.
It was
Dude, that's so cool. That's so cool.
In particular, Daniel Day-Lewis's his whole performance was fantastic, but I also loved the way that he spoke and the way that he talked. And I thought that was just an interesting side of it that really drew me in from the very beginning. And even though he was a smooth talker, he's a bad guy, but you still feel connected to this guy, and that's hard for a movie to pull off. And I thought they did a great job at it. So through and through, one of the better movies I've seen. Yeah.
Yay! Glad to hear it. I thought you would like it, but I was, it was like,
you never know. You never know. Right? You never know. That's so true.
Okay, folks, you can find our podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Prime, wherever you get your podcasts, and wherever you find your pods. Please subscribe to us and leave a rating, hopefully a high one. But if not, let us know what you don't like. We just want to hear from you, man. We just want to hear from you. Okay, so. Keith, our next episode, I've got the movie picked. We might have a guest, but I'm not sure who it's going to be yet.
Oh, wow. What?
Because everybody's schedules are kind of up in the air right now.
Okay.
So we might have a surprise guest, but the movie we're going to watch is from 2016. It's called Swiss Army Man. I'm getting the thumbs up from Knives.
Knives approves. Swiss Army.
Directed by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert. There's 2 Daniels directing this one.
Okay.
Very unique film. Don't you agree, Knives?
Very unique, yes.
Yeah, very unique film. Keith, I can't wait to see what you think about this one.
All right.
Because I knew that you've never heard of it.
Never heard of it. No, I haven't.
It's not a well-known film. It's not one that it's not one that was like a big hit at the theaters and stuff.
That's
but it's
okay.
It's one that when I saw, I'm like, this is something I'm never going to forget.
Wow. Okay. I will be looking forward to it. Great.
Yeah. Okay, so until then, first of all, Knives, thanks so much, man. It's always so much fun to have you on here. And when when I thought about this movie, it's like there's only one person that could be on here right now for this movie.
No, I just appreciate Knives' insight and his perspective, his creativity. It always comes out in every show that he is part of. So we need to look for ways to get him back on.
So Knives, is there anything that we need to know about that you're working on right now, or are you in between projects, or what's going on?
This is my first time promoting this, and so usually I got no offers when I'm on the show. I'm just like, whatever, I'm But I finished my first ever online course. It's called Dream Job: How to Make a Living as a Video Creator Without Going to Film School or Spending 20 years to Figure It Out. Is what it's called.
Awesome.
And for those that are interested in checking out how to turn this into a living, go to knivesmonroe.com. That program it went live last night, so this is breaking news.
Brand new news.
Cool.
Okay.
So I'm so happy to offer that and promote this on a podcast.
Congratulations.
Thank you for giving me the platform and the opportunity to do so. I love talking to you guys. You guys, and this podcast is like my barometer, my litmus test for like if a movie is good. I love y'all's taste.
Oh wow.
I think it's
supreme.
Thanks,
buddy.
And that is an awesome compliment. Thank you so much.
I can't get enough of you guys, and happy
likewise.
Likewise, exactly.
Likewise, man. It's always
more about
can't wait till you're back, man. Can't wait till you come back, man. Don't worry, I'll find something that we all want to talk about for sure.
Excellent. I appreciate you guys.
Oh, likewise, man. Likewise. I'm so glad we're here, Knives. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so until next time, when we talk about Swiss Army Man, I'm Jay Bullington.
And I'm Keith Carcino.
And y'all keep watching movies.
Bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay.